Hey, good morning, everyone. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good myself, thank you. This is the Ham and Egg Show. Well, it's not a show. I mean, we don't have comedians, we don't have singers, don't have ventriloquists, we don't have jugglers, so it's an episode. And as I mentioned before, I just spend a few minutes here talking whatever's on my mind. And this was supposed to have been done yesterday, but we had a technical issue. In a way, it's good too, because yesterday something happened that bolsters my thesis on this subject. And that is Aaron Boone and the New York Yankees. If you're a Yankee fan, you're getting the feeling of deja vu all over again, which is the Yankees do well in the regular season, and then when it comes time to the playoffs, they dive. Or they stink it up. Have your choice, right? I'm not an Aaron Boone fan, and most Yankee fans are not either. And one of the reasons is he does seem to be able to manage a team very well. When the Yankees were doing well in the beginning of the season, I wrote to my cousin and I said the main thing the Yankees have to do is be sure Aaron Boone doesn't get the chance to manage. If he can fill up the lineup card, bring it to the umpire, stay in the dugout or stand in the dugout, that's great. Don't put him in a position where he has to make game-saving decisions. There were a couple examples of that. One of them was on September the 3rd. Yanks lost that game 7-4. They were winning 4-3 going into the bottom of the ninth. What happened there was before that, Tim Hill pitched 2/3 of an inning. He replaced another one of the relief pitchers who wasn't doing a good job. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout, and 7 pitches. Right, 7. He threw the ball 7 times. 6 of them were strikes. And he pitched 2/3. He got 2 outs. Most people, well, I don't know about most people. Most people who grew up in the olden days when managers actually managed and they didn't have these telephone book sizes of stats and take this guy out after 1 inning, they would have kept him in, right? Let's see how he goes. No. Not Boonehead. He puts in Clayton Holmes. Now, Holmes is the Yankee main relief pitcher. He's the closer. He's the guy who's supposed to come into the game, shut down the other opponent, and voila, the Yankees win. E.g., Mariano Rivera, a closer, right? So what did Clayton Holmes do in that pitching stint? 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 base on balls, and a grand slam home run to lose the game. This should come as no surprise. Doesn't come as any surprise because Clayton Holmes on the year as the closer has lost 5 out of 7 games. He's 2-5 for the year with 11 blown saves. You heard that? 11 times he's come into the game. Well, he's come into the game more than 11 times. But 11 times he's come into the game where the Yankees are leading, about ready to win, and he's muffed the opportunity. You're asking me, well, why is he still the closer? I don't know. Ask Aaron Boone. The next day, which was yesterday, the Yanks lost that game too. Stroman got off to a bad start, but that's how it is, right? They weren't doing all that well, and They were still not out of the game. When you got Judge and Soto and all those other guys, you were still in the game. So he put in Scott Efros. I think he was just called up from the minors. He pitched 1 1/3 of an inning, gave up 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. 23 pitches. Maybe people are saying, "Oh, 23 pitches, that's a lot." Maybe. Or maybe the next inning, he would have had a better inning. We'll never know. Because Aaron Boone and whoever runs all the stats, some guy up in the booth or whatever, he's got his big stack of statistics, said, "No, he's done. He's done. He you got to put someone else in." So they put in someone named Tim Mayza, or Mayza, Mayza. How'd Tim do? He pitched 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. On the positive side, though, he didn't throw as many pitches as Efros. He threw 16 pitches. They then put in Mark Leiter Jr. And Mark did pretty good. He pitched 2/3, gave up 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 15 pitches. I don't know what you would have done. I know it's easy to be an armchair manager and all this and not knowing all the situation. And I'm ham and egger. I wasn't good at playing baseball. In fact, I was pretty bad. Some might say I stunk, and the ones who would say I stunk are the ones who saw me play baseball. But I know a lot about the game. My dad lived and breathed baseball, lived and breathed the Yanks, as did most of my uncles did. So anyway, that's not good enough, though. The next inning, they bring in Rob Marinaccio. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 1 K. Yanks lost that game as well. Any chance the Yanks would have had to make a comeback were ruined by that. So I joined the chorus. In fact, I might have led the chorus. Certainly I was in the front row of getting rid of this guy, that guy being Aaron Boone. There were other reasons too. But the fact of the matter is, though, if you're going to get rid of him, who are you going to get? All these managers out there, they seem to manage the same way, which is go by what the stats say. This guy's a 1-inning pitcher, then pitch 1 inning. If he threw 5 pitches and got 3 outs, he's done for the day. Bring in someone else. Because the guy who you just took out is supposed to pitch the 7th inning. He's not supposed to pitch the 8th inning. You got an 8th inning pitcher in the bullpen. Bring him in. And what you're doing is you're hoping he continue the good pitching we had in the 7th inning. Doesn't always work that way. And there was an instance where the Pittsburgh Pirate manager did the same thing. So the question is this: who are you going to hire instead of Aaron Boone when they all manage the same way, which is not to manage? And what's infuriating about this is, in the case of Boone again, he came from a baseball family. His grandfather played in the majors for many years, as did his father. Obviously, he grew up around these baseball knowledgeable people. So why is he doing this? Doesn't he have eyes? Can't he sense a feel for the pitcher? Can't he see, hey, maybe this guy here, who's supposed to pitch 1 inning, he's on his game today. He's in his zone. He could pitch 2 innings. Leave him in. How are you going to find out? And the question then arises, who are you going to put in? But there's another issue too, which is Aaron Boone seems to coddle his ball players. They can get away with a lot of things. They can get away with not hustling to first base, or not running hard when when a home run, supposedly a home run, hits the fence or falls short, and instead of the guy being on second or third base, he's got to hustle to get to second base. That was Stanton a few years ago in a playoff game. Yesterday we had this. Alex Verdugo, who was the head case with Boston. Cashman signed him. What do you expect? Okay, I'm going to read this from the New York Post. In the fifth inning of the Yankees' 10-6 loss to the Rangers, Verdugo hit a grounder to second base and jogged up the line without much urgency. I like that phrase. Without much urgency. Boone said he understood how he looked, but did not take issue with it. That's a problem right there. Boone not taking issue with this. Boone said after the game, "He's okay. He's beat up. He's playing his ass off," Boone said after the Yankees dropped a third straight series. "He picks his spots to where, when he needs to, he beats out the force play. He beats out a double play. He gets the infield hit." What he's saying is this. Verdugo chooses when to hustle and when not to hustle. I can't read it any other way than that, can you? He picks his spots. The guy picks his spots when he's going to hustle, when he runs hard. Sometimes I wish it would look a little bit better on certain ones. The optics weren't good, you see. The optics weren't good. So Verdugo's got to pick up his... When he doesn't give a damn about getting to first base because he thinks he's an obvious out, he's got to pick up that jog just a bit. Maybe a trot. Maybe he can trot to first base. That might not look as bad as just taking his sweet-ass time to first base. Sometimes I wish it would look a little better on certain ones, but when he hits the one hopper to the second baseman, and he's got it, I get the look. Things can happen when he hit the ball to the infielder. Infielder, he could drop the ball, a.k.a. Glybatories. He can throw badly to first base, e.g. Glybatories once again. First baseman might bobble the ball and drop it, e.g. DJ Mayhew a couple days ago. Sometimes I wish it would look a little better on certain ones. Meaning, come on, Verdugo, can you run just a bit? I don't want to answer these people. Hey, look at these reporters. They're hounding me. They're hounding me because you don't run. So just, make believe you're going to run, okay? But I don't have any issue with how hard he's playing the game. That's why the man's got to go. That's why both men have to go. In this case, Aaron Boone. He should have an issue with that. He doesn't have to throw him under the bus in front of the public. But he's got to let the public know that he's tired of this. Boone is tired of this nonsense. Asked about being beat up, and Verdugo said, "Hey, I'm fine. I'm in good shape." All right. I got some more things I want to say, but I think I've said enough. I wish I could get this down to 5-7 minutes, but it's almost impossible. At least for me it is. That's all I've got to say. As far as the Yankees and the playoffs, the only thing the Yankees have going for them on their side is the other teams are equally mediocre. You can't find a great team this year. They're all mediocre. Yankees have trouble with their bullpen. Name me a team that doesn't. Yankees have trouble with their starting pitchers. Name me a team that doesn't. Whoever gets hot will win the playoffs. That could be the Yankees with a great record. Not a, a better than average record. They're about 580, I think, or 570, which is just anyway. Or it could be a team perhaps with a losing record. That's possible. You could have a losing record and still get into the playoffs. Isn't baseball great, huh? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, I don't want to go off on any more tangents. I don't want to get upset anymore. But actually, I'm not upset because it comes down to this. The Yankee management doesn't care if they win a World Series or not. And they don't care how deep they go into the playoffs, as long as the organization is making money. As long as they got that TV revenue, as long as they got the merchandising sales. That's the bottom line. Well, that's it for now. I will catch you later. Have a great day and stay healthy, stay safe, and stay vertical.